Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to Rolynn's Reviews. Do me one small favor, please, folks. If you will, please hit that little thumb. That is the like button. That tells YouTube that you are enjoying this channel, you're enjoying the content. And guess what? They may share it out with more folks. Okay. So you see the title. I cannot believe what I was watching today. I'll share it with you. People are nuts. So I have a wonderful song that I'm going to dedicate to CEO Julie Fells of from Cracker Barrel, and you tell me what you think. All I can say is people still don't remember what happened to Bud Light. Wow. Yeah, hit that like button, folks. I'm just flabbergasted at this point. Okay. All right. Steve walks warily down the street. The brim pulled way down low. All right. Give me the artist, the year, and the song. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Doom, doom, doom. Another one bites the dust. Doom, doom, doom. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, Tijuana border jumper. Oh my God. Tijuana will not give anyone a chance. If we played Jeopardy, we played a game and it was on music trivia. Tijuana border jumper, as well as myself, we would be there until the end, until the rapture. I'm just saying. Yeah, Tijuana border jumper. So I'll do the roll call momentarily. If you will, folks, please share the stream out on your various social media pages. And again, I was listening. Now, those of you who've ever eaten at a Cracker Barrel, tell me what your thoughts are, because I was watching all of these loonies and I'm like, what the heck are they talking about? Yes, Tijuana, 1980 was the year. Yes, yes, yes. And so I'm like, I have not had the experiences that they are talking about. I'm lost. I'm clueless on that. All right, let's go ahead and do our roll call. Jeffrey, how you doing? Love you too. Lord Jammer, my protector, how are you doing, dear? Connie, how are you? Yes, Tijuana. Tijuana's laughing already. Vicky, how you doing? Rob, Cat, me, Yow, how are you doing, dear? Tina is here, of course, to help me run the channel. How you doing, Tina? Robert, how are you? Monique, hello, dear. How are you doing? Megan is here. How are you? So, folks, I can't with these people. I've been to, now I don't eat out a lot, let me say that. But the times that I have been to, how you doing, Detroit? Okay. Detroit's coming in and kicking the door in. How you doing, Detroit? Oh my God. Everyone who has ever dined at Cracker Barrel, please tell me what your experiences were. Because I was watching some short videos today and people were talking about how racist it is. And I was just like, what are these people talking about? Oh my God. Let me get started with this before I lose it all the way. Cracker Barrel exec went on to sit on. So now they hired this woman. Now, for those that don't know, Cracker Barrel, and again, I don't eat out a lot, but I've been to Cracker Barrel a few times. I have never experienced racism, so I don't know what these people are talking about. It's a Southern state.
Heartbreaking story.
It is a Southern restaurant with a lot of Southern foods that are popular to Southerners. Blessings to you too, Tijuana. Companies need to stick to what works. We don't want political BS with our food. Yes, Detroit, I went to one in Georgia and had to get what happened, Detroit? Tell me what happened. That's what I'm trying to find out. My girls, how you doing? Hello, hello, hello. Cracker Barrel is an iconic, nostalgic restaurant. And anyone, Connie said, yes, Connie, they did not learn from Bud Light. And I'm like, what the heck are they doing? So Cracker Barrel, they've been losing money. But to be fair, folks, a lot of restaurants, people are pinching pennies. People are not eating out quite as much as they once were. Detroit, tell me what happened, dear. So anyone who has ever dined at a Cracker Barrel, tell me what your experience was, okay? So anyway, Cracker Barrel's been working over the past decade with, how you doing, Dorian? Closely with the Human Rights Campaign. You know, now they have the rainbow flag. Tijuana says, shut them all down. Woo, Tijuana's sick of it. All right. Changing its company culture to be more, look at this, folks. And this is why a lot of people, but from what I was watching today, not just conservatives, a lot of Democrats were angry. Like, why are you changing? People like that. People like myself, I like old, nostalgic, rustic, country, Western types of environments. Connie said, never ate there, and I'm glad. Boom. Connie is on fire already. Detroit, I became the center of attention like Tupac. All eyes on me. Okay, why Detroit? What happened? Did something transpire? Talk to me, love. I'm trying to find out. Anthony, my sister used to love Cracker Barrel. I went with her once. Not my style. It looked like a country grandmother's house. Anthony, yeah, it's not. It's not for everyone. It's not. Dorian, a lot of people hate Cracker Barrel because it was too conservative and racist. And Dorian, that's what a lot of people were saying. Now, again, I've only been 2 or 3 times. I don't eat out a heck of a lot anyway. I prefer to dine at home because I know it's clean and I know what I'm consuming. Robert, I ate there. They have good meatloaf and breakfast good. Detroit says I was not welcome at the one I went to. All right, Detroit. What year? What decade are we talking about? The focus was on me. I guess admiring good taste. Okay, I guess admiring good taste. Tried to play it off. But assurance was all over my face. All right, Tijuana, the men all pause. Tijuana, boy, the jumper. Climax. Oh my God. Yeah, I missed that group. Okay. I remember the pancakes were cold when I went there 2015. Okay. Detroit says that was 1998. All right. Anyone who has had an experience, let me know. I am trying to find out. So this is right here, the conservatives. How you doing, Tube Steak? Everyone hit that like button. Share this stream out on your various forms of social media. All right. So this is what they've been doing. They said they were trying to change the company's culture. How you doing, Baldwin Birds? To be more inclusive of LGBT and other, friendly ahead of its controversial store Rebrand. But again, a lot of Democrats are upset. And I was watching, there were some black people talking about they're racist. And again, I haven't had any experiences. Maybe I haven't had, again, I've only been there 2 or 3 times in my life. I don't eat out a lot. I don't. But anyway, the restaurant chain's former management and training leader, Steve Smotherman, who spearheaded an LGBT employee resource group at Cracker Barrel, went on to sit on the HRC's Business Advisory Council. This is from Upward News. Jeffrey Douglas, how you doing, love? She's a Northerner, Douglas. So people are like, why would you put a Northerner? Well, we know she. Let's be clear, folks. Can we say DEI, boys and girls? We know what this is about. Jeremiah Norris, how you doing, love? Yes. Yeah, we are your peeps. How you doing? Dorian, I'm going to give you a little info about her when I finish with this. Oh my God. For more than 10 years of my time at Cracker Barrel, I had an emphasis on diversity and inclusion. Okay, here we go. We know where all this is coming from, especially with LGBTQ workplace inclusion. My training background allowed me to understand the steps of adult learning, facilitate difficult conversations, and be effective at it. It's diversity and inclusion content. Smotherman, who joined the company in 2005, wrote. Okay, so the backlash is real. Hit the like button, folks. Monique, Jeremiah, Mayor, how you doing? Share this stream on your Facebook page. Bring more people into the conversation. Douglas, we've said it. We have canceled diversity. We have canceled inclusion. We have canceled it. We have canceled the Victim Olympics. So they didn't get the memo. This woke CEO is against our nostalgia. Jeremiah, and again, it's not for everyone. Now, Ollie, how you doing, dear? Hit the like button. It's not for everyone. Let me tell you about me. I think I've told you, but I'll tell you again. I love country, anything country western. I love. Yes, she's getting hit with white lag. Yes, Tijuana border jumper, she is. The South has always been the best breakfast. Yes, the South makes the best breakfast. Facts. Woke sucks. Yes, Lord Jammer, it does. And so I'm saying anything. Okay. If I go to a restaurant, I'm probably going to go to Texas Roadhouse. I like country western settings, and I like rustic environments. So again, the 2 or 3 times that I did go, I loved it, but I didn't have any problems. Okay, so tell me what your experiences have been. Yeah, Dorian, because they can't get a good breakfast. Hit that like button for me, please, folks. So here we go here. Smotherman said at first he was reluctant to join Cracker Barrel due to it having a bad reputation with the gay community. In 1991, the chain instituted a corporate-wide policy stating that employees who failed to demonstrate, okay, look at this, folks, normal heterosexual values would be fired. After 11 employees were fired due to their sexual orientation, protests and boycotts were staged throughout the country. So this has been a while ago, okay? Oh, God, look at this over here. I'll have to find out about that. FDA issuing warning investigating a radioactive shrimp bound for Walmart. Oh, my God. Lord have mercy. They're killing us all. All right. So anyway, okay, so here we go. After a few years with the restaurant, Smotherman founded an LGBT resource group that originally hit the like button, folks. Had 6 members. Over time, the group was successful at changing Cracker Barrel's culture and making the old country store more welcoming toward LGBT employees, Smotherman said. He left the company in 2020. The former Cracker Barrel employee would go on to sit on the HRC Business Advisory Council. The HRC has wielded immense power in the corporate world in recent years with its Corporate Equality Index. All right. Connie, they have not learned from Budweiser. They have not. The index, which on its website is defined as a national benchmarking tool on corporate policies, practices, and benefits pertinent to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer employees, would assign companies a score based on how inclusive the HRC, look at the operative word here. It's what the HRC determined they were to gay employees. Companies would then jockey to increase their scores by look at this, folks. Let me highlight this so you can see that. By instituting more DEI related policies. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Where are we here? Hold on. Wow. Some of which critics alleged went too far. Wow. Look at this, folks. Their score. How you doing? Hit the like button for me, please. Maya sisters. Thank you, love. Cracker Barrel was originally given a score of 0 when the CEO debuted in 2002. Later that year, the franchise added sexual orientation to its list of characteristics protected by its employment discrimination policy. Over time, Cracker Barrel's score increased. It achieved a score of 80. Okay, so they went, now look at this. They originally had a score of 0. Jeremiah.
So heartbreaking story.
All right.
After nearly 50
and the video
years,
has started to play, so let me
say bye-bye to the
all right. So let me stop that video from playing because I want to, I like reading this. Okay. But look at that. That's a big jump. All right. Let me go down. Hold on. Stay with me. Let me read some of your comments. Oh my God, because I know you have lit this comment section on fire. Jeremiah, it's not, but it's about history, not about your skin color. That's what this CEO doesn't have an understanding of. Boom. Maya sisters, I eat at Cracker Barrel. The only changes should have been updating the menu to attract young consumers who experiment with more food, spices, and ethnic cuisines. Maya, okay, that's a very good point, Maya. Okay, that's a good point. Tijuana Border Jumper, the last time I had a Southern style breakfast, I didn't like seeing everything cooked in an inch of pure lard. Tijuana, they're trying to send you to the heart surgeon, dear. Stay away from that stuff. Oh my God. Oh, wow. They're ruining Starbucks too. Okay, Dorian. They're going to try keep pushing these demons on everyone. Yes, Tina. Companies should already know you go woke, you go broke. Yeah, Lord Jammer, that's why I don't understand what are they doing? Anthony, who would think it's a good idea in 2025 to go woke after everyone has seen what happened to other companies? Anthony, I don't know if she was walking around or she had her head stuck in the sand. I don't know what this woman's doing. She's nuts. Jeremiah. Point of Cracker Barrel was history and things we had in the early 1900s. Not all about the food, which I liked as well. Jeremiah. And again, if that's the type of rustic, nostalgic environment that you like I said, that's what I like. Hey, they hated Chick-fil-A because they're white, Christian, and homophobic. Dorian, yeah, they did. Dorian said, thanks a lot, Obama. Talking about champions of democracy right now. You go woke, you go broke. Yes, Connie, yes, they do have pea brains. So look at this. They went from a score of 0. That was their original score in 2002. And 2021, they have a score of 80 after they took some high-profile pro-LGBT stands. In 2014, it pulled, remember this, folks, I'm taking you back. Cracker Barrel, Monique said, Cracker Barrel is racist. A few years ago, an employee said they use code words when Black customers come in. Okay, Monique, thank you for that. Okay. All right. And I was looking at something earlier and they said something about Black people not tipping. So I don't know if that's what that code was about, because I did see something in reference to that, but they said it was in reference to tipping. Monique, thank you for that comment though. Next thing, they're gonna have drag queens waiting on the customer. I don't know what they're going to do. Hit the like button, folks. We have 33 people, only 27 have hit the like button. Cracker Barrel has a good thing. Why mess it up over woke? Boom. Good point. So in 2014, how many people are old enough to remember this? Duck Dynasty product. They pulled Duck Dynasty products from their shelves after star Phil Robinson, RIP, made remarks that many deemed to be homophobic. In 2019, the restaurant chain barred a pastor from hosting an event at one of its 660 locations after he preached that homosexuals were freaks and animals who are worthy of death in a sermon. Yeah. So they started ratcheting up the pressure, right? And wow. Cracker Barrel is now in the crosshairs of consumer backlash. So you're already losing money, and then you do this. Dorian, they just hate Southern tradition. Okay. Maya sisters, bull crap about blacks not tipping. Who are used to service in these restaurants? I leave a Maya. That's what I've seen that on several videos, and people say the church people are the worst. That I've seen that on several videos. I actually have. So where are we? 2023, the Old Country Store celebrated Pride by unveiling rainbow-colored rocking chairs. Cracker Barrel sponsored the Nashville Pride Parade in 2024. So you see what's going on here. Cracker Barrel is now in the crosshairs, again, of the backlash after it unveiled a new logo and restaurant redesign. The logo, which drops the imagery of a man leaning over a barrel and instead just has the restaurant's name in black text over a yellow barrel-shaped backdrop, has elicited sharp criticism online. A redesign of the restaurant's interiors, which dropped the kitschy American aesthetic it was known for in favor of a slick modernist motif, has also roiled longtime fans. Wow. Tell me what your thoughts are, folks. Jeremiah, I looked up how to call. They used to have those signs. Music was country music, then added 1950s rock and roll music. I wasn't liking that, but it wasn't as bad as this. So no more Cracker Barrel. Jeremiah said he's done. Dorian, they tried to appeal to the LGBT community, but there's some of them don't like what they're doing. Yeah, okay. Connie's tired of rainbows. Okay, Connie. I'll be missing their grilled catfish with lemon pepper spice. Oh, wow, Jeremiah. Okay. Lord Jammer, I have mixed feelings about tipping. Tips would not be necessary if these businesses would pay their servers more money. Okay. That's a good point, Jammer. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, their stock is dropped 55%. Yeah, and do I have that in the title? Yeah, look at the title. Cracker Barrel stock collapses after woke rebrand, down 55%. Customers are boycotting. DEI CEO. We know she's a DEI hire. We know that. DEI hires are failures. All right. I value that this is Cracker Barrel. Our values haven't changed, and the heart and soul of Cracker Barrel hasn't changed, the company says. And Uncle Herschel remains front and center in our restaurants. I guess that's that old man's name that, is right there by the barrel. And on our menu, he is the face of the Herschel way, the foundation of how our 70,000 plus employees provide the country hospitality for which we are known. Cracker Barrel has been a destination for comfort and community for more than half a century. And this fifth evolution of the brand's logo, which works across digital platforms as well as billboards and roadside signs, is a call back to the original and rooted even more in the iconic barrel shape and wordmark that started it all back in 1969. All right, so that's the end of that. Hit that like button, folks. Share this stream out, please. Jeremiah, yeah, that's true, Lord Jammer. Minimum wage $2.50, and that's why they need tips. Okay, So yeah, and they're losing like what 100 million. So they might want to go back. So let me share some clips with you. And I was watching, I love Cracker Barrel. Oh, okay. Douglas said he loves Cracker Barrel chicken. Okay. And for me, Cracker Barrels are kind of out of the way. So again, I have not, I don't have a lot of experience. In the few times I went, it was in Fayetteville, North Carolina, a neighboring city. So a lot of military people here. So, of course, from Pope Air Force Base and Fort Bragg. So maybe, that's why, I the couple of times I went, it wasn't, if it was something going on racial, I didn't witness it, I had no problems, but everyone's experience is different, right? That's why I always ask. I can tell you about my experiences, but I like to hear about yours as well. Let me show you this stuff, because I was like, oh my God, I didn't know. But people, like I tell you about my experiences, people are all over social media also telling about theirs. So let me show you this one first, because they had a few clips pulled up. And how you doing, Rob Pate? Right wing, negative, false propaganda. Stock one day drop already, back up 50% of the loss, but still rising. My stock portfolio, thank you. Okay, Rob, how you doing, Rob? Mayor, I loved Cracker Barrel, past tense, not anymore. But listen to this, because when I was watching some of these people, and I guess they get these other big time content creators, they're all over TikTok all day long, because that's what they do all day long, is create content. I'm kind of limited. So if they have videos that I like from TikTok, I'll just show you, go to their channel and play. So listen to this and tell me if you can relate. I cannot. I had no problems the few times I went, but listen to this, because I was shocked.
In knots right now. I mean, literally, their crosses are burning. Now, I'm not sure who went into Canva and did this for them, but the people are up in arms. They're thinking about seceding from the nation again. You see how open and bright and spacious it is now? Very live, laugh, love in here. It's almost as if you won't be turned away because of your skin color, but you will be profiled while you're there. Now, they will still have their vintage candies like the sugar daddies and whatever this whites only candy is. And the people are so upset about this woke remodeling that they're acting as if they said we can play spades and dominoes at the table. Now, I don't know about you, but I rather enjoyed having the Confederate antiques spread throughout the stores, and that way they can stay away from our museums. Now, I'm not sure who Uncle Herschel is, but I know he wouldn't have liked a New York strip or anything. He hated the North. This fall menu they're launching is filled with more microaggressions than a corporate email. Cracker Barrel, by the time Christmas gets here, you better have a candle that smells like racism or they will riot. The pale.
Now listen, okay, so tell me as you're watching these shows, how you doing, Kelly? Okay, Kelly, I've been 2 or 3 times. So listen to this lady. So that they're talking about that Cracker Barrel is racist. Again, I've never experienced that, but hey, Douglas, she's a clown. Okay. Now Cracker Barrel says that the rooster can lay. Anthony, that's a good one. Listen to this lady. She's something too.
Tasty pillagers are in an uproar about their crack.
Hold on. Okay, here we go.
With more microaggressions than a corporate email. Cracker Barrel, by the time Christmas gets here, you better have a candle that smells like racism or they will riot.
The pale pasty pillagers are in an uproar about their Cracker Barrel this morning. Yes, they are pissed because the new CEO is too woke. She just started an alliance with the LGBTQ community, and they're starting to redesign all the Cracker Barrels. They mad that they removed their old crispy, crunchy cracker off that barrel and threw it in the trash. They said, put that white man in his barrel back where it came from, or so help me. Even Dookie Booty Jr. is pissed off. He said,
Now, listening to her, we know she voted for the Curry Queen. I'll continue.
What the is wrong with Cracker Barrel? They said it was built to look like it's not welcome for Black people and LGBTQ people. And now y'all are trying to welcome the others. Don't be trying to welcome the others into our Jim Crow era Cracker Barrel. They said we like it to look like there should be a whites only sign hanging up somewhere. Now y'all trying to invite other people into our establishment and trying to take away our nostalgia. They said we want to remember them days. They don't like that when they walk in a new Cracker Barrel, they can't smell the racism in the air. They miss that smell. Y'all take.
What is racism?
So tell me what you think. Look at Jeremiah. Jeremiah covered his face. Jeremiah said these people are no different than Joyless Reed. I can tell. Right? What? Rob Pate, Cracker Barrel will end up just like Bud Light. Yes. Lord Jam was laughing. A candle that smells like racism. Hey, I told you I was watching this stuff like, what? Mayor, that's pathetic. Stop living in the past, lady. Lord Jam at Cracker Barrel. It was real. Say hello to bankruptcy. No more. Stop living in the past. You weren't there. Yeah, they're talking like they're our ancestors who actually lived through Jim Crow and slavery. So I'm like, what are these people talking about? Oh, here we go.
Smell like the smell of racism. What does racism smell like? Peach cobbler? Apple pie? Bacon? Yeah, we got new show.
That's what you're gonna smell when you go to Cracker Barrel. So I don't know, what I'm just like, what are they talking about? Stop. Yeah, that they are really in the past. They're talking as if, they're the ones who have experienced, Jim Crow, slavery. What the heck? Hit that like button for me, please, folks. Why is it that a lot of these black donkey crats on social media look like the bonnet bandits? They sure do sound like the bonnet bandits, my girls. And when I see you on social media and you're wearing a bonnet, I hey, whatever you say or do is not going to shock me. I'm just saying. So here, listen to her. She's not done.
Our restaurant, we don't know you. You coming in here trying to change our
Man, you put a white person.
So she's going on and on and on. Tell me what your thoughts are. And you see what she said about them changing from the old man, and she called him name. So if you listen, it won't Rolynn, it won't let me like the video. Really? Wow. Douglas. Kelly, you might have to go out and come back in. Sometimes that's what people do. Okay. U.S. Army retired. Thank you for your service, sir. And so she's unhinged. She has to be, because it makes no sense. It does not.
Don't like that. Go back where you came from, because woke is broke. They said put it back how it was. They don't appreciate y'all coming, taking the old white man and his barrel off the logo. And they would much appreciate it if you put it back and add a whites only sign to it while you add it. They said the only change that we needed was to add a whites only sign, and you could have left it at that. Here y'all go want to be woke. They said woke is broke. Don't be mad at them because they're trying to make a comeback from 91. Yeah, when they released those new policies that discriminated against the LGBTQ community and had them firing anybody who was LGBTQ.
Hey, we got any gay people?
She sounds racist to me with some of the statements she made earlier, talking about the older man, sitting there beside the barrel.
Make a comeback with a new CEO and welcome the LGBTQ community back to their restaurants. So stop hating.
After nearly 50 years, customers are now having to say bye-bye.
So, yeah, we're done with that because I have some other stuff to share with you. I just wanted to show you, if you listen at a lot of the things these people say, Jeremiah, there's a black artist recording of rocking chair classic blues jazz song. I have Louis Armstrong. Wow, Jeremiah, another music connoisseur. I love it. Oh, what are your thoughts on this, folks? This is crazy. Crazy. And then we'll go to TikTok after this, and then we're done. Hit that like button for me, please, folks. Please. Baldwin said, and they say black people can't be racist. Yeah, if you listen to a lot of the things that they're saying, if white people made those statements, oh my God. Lord Jammer, he'll go for the juggler. Hire Jermaine Schumacher as the new general manager of Cracker Barrel. Oh my God. U.S. Army retired. These people hate that the majority of Americans are rejecting the forcing of LGBTQ in our faces. Yeah, and I was telling someone recently, people do not hate gay people. They are just tired of it being shoved down your throat. Especially people of a certain age when, you know, maybe 50, 60 years ago, we knew, but, you know, you didn't say anything and people were quiet and they lived their lives and no, you know, but now it's just, they want everyone to succumb to the pressure. The CEO said she's going to bring the front porch to pride. I know Monique, she's a DEI hire. You know what that means. He didn't leave that light bill money. My girls, tell me what you're talking about. Uh-oh. Here we go. Listen to this.
Dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join.
Hold on.
Dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate. If the Cracker Barrel don't look like the Jim Crow South, I can't eat there. You got to have the racism aesthetic. You got to have the rocking chairs and the hint of segregation in the air. If I don't feel like I'm on the set of Sinners, then how do I know I'm in a Cracker Barrel? This is a gentrified Cracker Barrel. They done took all the character out of it. And I know the edges of the pancake ain't burnt. I got to feel like somebody wants to say, good morning, boy, when I go in with respect. And no respect at all. I feel like they want me to work there, but they don't want to pay me ever. And I've got to live there. That's Cracker Barrel's thing. If you take that away, what is it? A Denny's, IHOP, a place I don't want to be at.
Cracker Barrel updated its logo for the first time in 47 years, and people are very upset about it. I'm here to defend the change, though, and I'll tell you why. Cracker Barrel sucks now, like a lot of American corporations and restaurant chains at one point had really good food, okay? I remember the chicken fried steak. I remember how the dumplings used to taste. But like all corporations under a capitalist system, they eventually turn to shit because they are always taking away quality in order to maximize profit. The same thing happened to Panera. Don't argue with me. Panera used to be amazing. They used to have amazing chicken noodle soup. Then all of a sudden, the chicken noodle was trash. Then all of a sudden, the Sammys kept getting smaller. Same thing with Chipotle. Quality goes down, portion size goes down, but prices go up. So even though this is ugly as fuck, it actually is a better, I think, representation of what Cracker Barrel actually is now.
The pale pasty pillagers are in an uproar about their Cracker Barrel this morning. Yes, they are pissed because the new CEO is too woke.
And we just watched this young lady again. We know who she voted for. Okay. Jeremiah. Okay. All right. Here, I'm missing some comments here. Another woke rant with her bad butch haircut. Oh my God. Yeah. So we've just listened to her. But yeah, Jeremiah, I hit the wrong. Yeah, that happens, my girls. Sometimes I'm typing and I hit the wrong button. It happens. I do it too. Even Donald Trump Jr. said, what the heck is wrong? What's going on here? I thought for sure with the backlash, especially, and I still haven't checked. I wonder how if Bud Light's stock ever recovered, because I used to go in the store to check and it was full of Bud Light and everything else was gone. And I was like, that's right, show them. Kelly, why is it always the lightest skinned individuals with their fist in the air asking for a friend? Kelly, acting like they're so downtrodden and being discriminated against. She's in the victimhood Olympics, Kelly. We know that. Jorlis Reed Jr. All right. So I have another clip to share with you. And then we'll go to TikTok. But I wanted, and I think I had another article I wanted to share with you too. Now wait. Let me show you. And I'm just like, what the heck? All right.
Breaking story. After nearly 50 years, customers are now having to say bye-bye to the barrel on Cracker Barrel iconic logo.
Why did we not lead with this? It comes as a part of the restaurant change rebrand that has a lot of fans up in arms.
Fox Business's Jeff Block joins us from outside a Cracker Barrel in New Jersey. Hey, Jeff.
Ainsley, you know, when you get to be my age, you really don't want things to change. And I've probably, full disclosure, eaten at more Cracker Barrel restaurants than any other restaurant in America over the course of my life. But yeah, the old man's going away. They're changing the logo. Maybe you see it. Enjoy it now. The old man, I don't know if he's going to his great reward in heaven or what, but they are changing the logo. Well, sometimes, in fairness, you do need a brand refresh. What people love about Cracker Barrel is that old country charm. You know, the old farm implements on the wall, the old signs on the wall. Well, they're updating that. And to be honest with you, I think we've got some pictures of what that looks like. It's actually not a bad thing. When you get,
tell me in the comment section if you prefer the original Cracker Barrel environment or if you like the remake.
Get old, also you can't see as well, so white walls actually help you see the food a little bit better, which may or may not be a good thing when you're ingesting large amounts of biscuits and gravy and all the other stuff. The CEO of Cracker Barrel says, hey, we're not changing what Cracker Barrel is. We're just trying to make it a little fresher and newer. Here's how the CEO puts it.
One of the things
all right,
students love about
this, Jeremiah said, you like the original. Yes. Yeah. And like I said, it's just everyone likes their own type of situation, right? Put old man Cletus the barrel in the old field back. Brother OG. Brother OG, this is what I said before you joined. Me personally, everyone has something that they like or prefer. I prefer, like, okay, Texas Roadhouse. When you go into Texas Roadhouse, I like a country western feel. And of course, if you look at Cracker Barrel, that's sort of an old, you know, nostalgic, iconic restaurant. U.S. Army Original, same with KFC. James Rolynn tried to listen to Joan Armatrading. You would appreciate her singing. Oh, I know who she is, James. I don't care what it is, OG, a no-go. You say no-go for you? Okay. All right, here we go.
We are listening to our guests. We're doing this all for them. What they've said is they love the new seating. We're adding in booths, making the chairs more comfortable, putting in new lighting, brightening up the paint color, and it's working. The results affirm that we're headed in the right direction.
They also have added some new menu items like, here's my favorite, butter pecan French toast bake with vanilla custard soaked bread and cheesecake filling. It comes
perfect. And then you can go visit your heart doctor. And then you can go visit your general practitioner for your diabetes drugs. No one needs all that crap. Connie, he's in a blue state, New Jersey, so the change is okay. Right, Connie? Thank you. That is not exactly. Oh, he doesn't know how it should be. U.S. Army retired. The CEO is saying we are not changing Cracker Barrel. It is the same but this is what we are changing. Contradicts her statements in the same city. Yes. Jeremiah, Nintendo from the 70s to the 1990s is my preferred. Oh, okay, Jeremiah. Kelly, I don't pay enough attention because I don't care. If the food is good, it's good. This is just stupid. Kelly, yeah, you know how people are, you know. Steak and Shake put out a statement that won't change. Okay, Mayor. Okay.
With a free visit from a cardiologist, which is not bad at my age either.
Thank you so much, Jeff. You have a problem with this.
More of the menu choices and less of the branding. Please, in Weatherford, Texas, do not touch the Cracker Barrel. Just leave it the way it is, or the people are going to boycott it.
Okay, so that's pretty much all of that. Florida, how you doing, love? The left is not redesigning, it's destroying to infiltrate their agenda. It's by design. Florida, how are you doing, love? The South always wakes up happy in the morning, happier than these New Yorkers with their bagels and English muffins. Okay, Dorian. So hit that like button, share this stream out, folks. The channel, we have another 100 subscribers that have subscribed. I'm still trying to get my viewership up on these videos. If everyone would hit that like button, that would really help the channel to continue to grow. So let me pull up TikTok. I'll shut this down. All right. Florida, we're glad you made it, love. I know you've been busy. All right. Let me pull up TikTok. I am so glad that it is finally Friday. All right. Yes, thank you, Jammer. Everybody get the likes up, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, those of you, if YouTube is not allowing you to hit the like button, you just leave the live and then come back in and it should pop up. Chicago Hood is not here. Chicago Hood left me some statements earlier saying that the statements that they made had been removed. So if you just know that is not me, that is YouTube. And I don't understand it because I've been on some channels with some very harsh language that was not deleted. But if you leave a comment and it disappears, just know that is out of my hands. That is not me. That is YT. Okay. All right. So let me just show you. I looked at a few, but they're all over. And this lady, that lady is a nut job. And if you go on, if you go on TikTok and type it in, you'll see all this crazy stuff.
Put the racism back in the logo. Y'all messing up Cracker Barrel. Nobody asked for this, man. That's one place you could leave it just like it is. I need to feel the Confederacy in there, man. Where's Robert E. Lee, man? Let's get these statues back up. The South shall rise again. I don't want this woke crap. What DEI hire made this logo? This is terrible. Robert E. Lee is rolling over in his grave right now. You just want to welcome everybody down to the barrel? Nah, man. You need to feel like you don't belong. That's what makes the edges of the pancake crispy. It's racism. This Chip and Joanna logo, Food Network. I hate this woke crap. Go woke, go broke. I won't be going back down to Cracker Barrel until they put the old logo back.
Oh boy. So anyway, people have a lot to say.
Wait. So apparently the new Cracker Barrel logo has the conservatives going loco. You remember the old Cracker Barrel logo, right? With the man sitting beside a barrel with a whip. They switched it out for something new. So here's the thing. If a thing wasn't a thing, then why is it a thing? Call it a thing. It is what it is. Racism on a Cracker Barrel. Racism in a logo. Wait.
We know who she voted for. So yes, they've lost 100 million. But like I said, not just conservatives are upset. Democrats are upset too. And I guess, people who got used to Cracker Barrel, and like I said, all these people saying that it's racist and things. That wasn't my experience, but okay. Let me show you a few more.
Hold on. What's going on? Why is Cracker Barrel rebranding? Y'all still racist. Don't try to change the new logo to be less racist. Y'all not slick. Hold on. What's going on? Why is Cracker?
Oh, that's what that's what they're saying. Okay, here we go. You know who this lady is.
I honestly never thought I would say this, but let's talk about Cracker Barrel, because apparently this is the latest culture war that nobody knew was a culture war. The Cracker Barrel CEO this week, Julie Masino, she announced a change to the long-standing logo of Cracker Barrel. They're trying to, I guess, modernize the store in some ways, appeal to a broader audience. So they got rid of the iconic Cracker Barrel and the man on the Cracker Barrel logo. This has infuriated conservatives to a degree that I don't think we've seen since Sydney Sweeney. In fact, one conservative influencer said they got rid of the cracker and the barrel, the cracker being the white man on the label. Those are his words, not mine. We are going to talk about this tonight because we need to unpack what this is all about. Cracker Barrel is a brand that's been around for a long time, but it's also a brand that's been struggling. And now conservatives are blaming the female CEO for Cracker Barrel's troubles, even though she's only been CEO since late 2023. And the company has been in decline for at least 5 years, since COVID. So there's a lot going on here, but also I don't know that most Americans knew that Cracker Barrel was at the center of some kind of culture war. Apparently it is. They are calling this company woke, and they're accusing it of going broke because of it. We'll see you at 10 p.m. on Newsnight.
Yeah, and if I'm like this lady over here, Nurse Stink, why do people care? We have so many bigger issues. U.S. Army retired. I haven't been in a Cracker Barrel since they hosted Gay Pride a few years ago. U.S. Army. Oh my goodness. Connie said, I like Ritz crackers. Are they woke? Caesar, how you doing, love? Abby needs to go back to her parents' country of origin. Boom. Exactly. Send them all back. I am sick of them. All right. So let me show you. Here's another. The Clinton News Network.
Logo would go from this to this. Many of the right blaming wokeness tonight. Donald Trump Jr. posted earlier, WTF is wrong with Cracker Barrel. But it's not just the right who seems to be outraged, because tonight, the official handle for the Democrats is posting, we think the Cracker Barrel rebrand sucks too. A lot of the frustration here has to do with the company abandoning a core part of its aesthetic, that old country farm, knickknacks on top of a fireplace, vintage photos, farm tools on the walls. The loyal customers, the new logo just screams corporate. Why do you think people become so emotionally invested in the logo?
A logo at the beginning starts as an empty glass, and over time it's filled with meaning. And another name for that is brand equity. But for most people like you and I, it's nostalgia. You build this nostalgia over time. Every commercial, every time you hear that name, and that logo dwells up all that. And so when you make a big change like this, you run the risk of losing all that brand equity.
Cracker Barrel unveiled that its new logo would go.
So, yeah. And this guy is funny. Point of view, you're at a Cracker Barrel listening to the most racist conversation. ever had by two people while eating the best biscuits you've ever had in your life. So he's just sitting there eating, and people are just having conversations. He's just spoofing. Now this girl said something about they had a code word for black people.
I say keep going in. Somebody say keep going in them people yard. They got something for you. When people make jokes, just call it dark humor. So I'm gonna leave this here to the people.
All right, so that's all she was saying. And then here they said Cracker Barrel is a racist term. So
Now Did you know Cracker Barrel is a racist term? Did you know?
So this is all over social media. Everything is racist, though. We know that, right? Yeah. Oh.
Cracker Barrel's new logo and $700 million brand overhaul, sparking some backlash from customers and critics who say the company is abandoning its country roots. You see the old logo on the left there with the older gentleman, the Cracker Barrel kind of leaning back into things. The new logo, yeah, to put it politely, looks pretty bland. The stock did fall about 10% yesterday. Joining us right now with more on what's turning into a major branding blunder is Americus Reed, Wharton School Professor of Marketing. Americus, let's walk through this and talk this through. I am not a huge fan of the new logo. I think it's boring. Don't know what I think about the stores as much. The white doesn't bother me quite as much. But it does look like they mishandled this pretty badly, and it got picked up by social media. And now what?
Yeah, I love that point. I mean, social media is outraged about this. I mean, you can take a look at the new logo and you can determine quickly that it's an attempt to simplify, which is a trend that's going on right now. In other words, a minimalization of what you're doing and a modernization to make things a little bit less cluttered. Now, of course, let me just give you quickly sort of rebrand or logo change 101 marketing. You definitely want to tweak a little bit. That's point number one. Point number two is you want to make sure that along with the change, you have the story ready. In other words, you have the narrative prepared to tell consumers why you're doing this and what's behind the change. And so if you don't do that, then you can see what we're seeing now, which is a lot of people filling the silence with respect to their negative reactions to the logo. And then point number three is to make sure, and I'm not sure if they did this or not, but you make sure you do a little tiny test of things with your most loyal customers. And you just get a pressure test to see how they react. Because if it's this kind of vehement sort of vitriol anger, you could probably pick that up in a smaller test and you can figure it out way before this spirals out of control in the way that it has.
Cracker Barrel's new logo and $700 million.
And you can't tell people. I don't know how many degrees this woman has. I need to check it out. But again, all she had to do was, again, reach out, do a poll of their most, like you said, their most loyal customers. And, she did too much. And she should have found out what they wanted, what they didn't want. So yeah, here's another, I guess I'll play here. Comments. Not just MAGA. A lot of people are upset. Anthony, right. Do a gradual. You should have started with making the guy on the sign transgender. Anthony. Oh my God. Right. U.S. Army, because, they think they know everything. And so, yeah, if you go on, you will see people are all over the place talking about this. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, they really don't learn, do they? I mean, what is it going to take? You would think that after seeing all of these companies go woke and go broke, they would take the hint. It's almost like they can't even help themselves. It's like they have to feed their narcissistic savior complex or something. And what's funny about this entire thing? Guess what Cracker Barrel's age demographic typically is? I mean, one can only guess, right? It's Cracker Barrel, but it's 55 years old and up. Guess what their voting patterns are? Majority Republican. I mean, they must have been desperate for attention or something, because talk about just grabbing a bottle of lighter fluid, pouring all over themselves, and then lighting themselves on fire. 47 years. And they decide to go and mess things up. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Wow. I mean, they really.
How much longer do you think she's going to have her job? We'll be hearing about her getting sacked, probably. Moving new neighborhoods. Some people decorate their porches with Happy Harvest, right? The neighbor sign read, "Go away." Thinks like a lion. What are you talking about? Jeremiah, you asked how many degrees she has. That's why. Oh, -35. Boom. Oh my goodness. I stopped going to the Cracker Barrel in Houston a while ago. The breakfast isn't good anymore, but the old school store is still really nice. See, so that's what a lot of people have stated, that the food has just gone downhill. That's what I've heard. And so, yeah, she did too much. And she should have, before you make a major change of an iconic, nostalgic, business like Cracker Barrel, you better find out from the people who are there frequently if that's what they want. So that was, I don't know what she was thinking. Like I said, I look to hear any minute that she's been sacked. I would not be surprised. Major blunder on her part. So, let me see her. I'm going to hold on. Let me type this in. I'll see if I can find her bio, because she just screwed everything up. But people who have many degrees, or people who think that they're just so intelligent, you can't tell them anything. So who knows? Maybe she was warned. I don't know. Let me find this and see. I'll share this with you. And she's been president, CEO. Hold on. Yeah, let me show you her background and then we'll be done. Hit that like button for me, please, folks. Jeremiah. Well, I said my favorite food there was the grilled catfish with lemon pepper spice. It's been a while, so it might not be as good. Thinks like a lion. My neighbor had a sign that read, "Go away." Never seen anything in my life like that. Someone put a sign that says, "Happy summer, welcome winter." Okay. U.S. Army, don't you know these people like the CEO know what is best for you no matter what you think? U.S. Army, before you join the chat, I said she's a DEI hire. You know it. They screw everything up and they think they know everything. So there. All right. So let me share this with you. A little bit of her info here. And she's been there since November 1st, 2023. She's a veteran executive with over 30 years of experience in the restaurant and retail industries. Now, again, if she has that kind of experience, probably, what did U.S. Army say? Excuse me. I'm sure there weren't too many people who could tell her anything, if you know what I mean. Cracker Barrel, these are her highlights, her career highlights. Appointed president, CEO, we just said that. Taco Bell, her roles included president, 2020, 2023. Taco Bell, of course, is Yum Brands, and president, North America, 2018 to 2019. She oversaw expansion and the introduction of new innovations. Other roles, Messino held leadership positions at Mattel. All right. Fisher-Price, Sprinkles, Cupcakes, and spent over a decade at Starbucks in various roles, including VP of Global Beverage. Early career. She started her career in corporate roles at companies like Godiva, Chocolatier, Coach J. Crew, and Macy's. Here's her education, folks. BA in Communications from Miami University in Oxford. She's on the board of directors for Cracker Barrel and Vivid Seats Inc. All right. So that's a little bit of info on her. Guacamole Kid, how you doing, love? Hit the like button for me. Mayor said she's a weirdo. Her experience is driving business into the ground. Tina's jumping on her. That $10.99 fried chicken deal was horrible. Caesar. Okay. BlackRock purposefully trying to destroy wholesome brands. Guacamole Kid. I'm just waiting to hear when she is going to be sacked. There is no way. They've lost, what, 100 million? Yeah, they're going to get rid of her ASAP, I'm sure, because they're not going to stand for that. And we know what she's implemented at Cracker Barrel, and it's failing miserably, horribly. So this right here is what she's done since she's been at Cracker Barrel. Okay. Her thing was modernizing she said modernizing the brand without abandoning its core identity. But to me, you kind of did. Okay. That was a sacrifice. They don't have wholesome brands anymore. Oh, okay, Guacamole. Thank you. Tina, book smart, no common sense. Boom. All right. This is her 5-pillar strategy, redefining the brand. Messino's team working to involve the brand's visual identity, marketing to attract new socially native audiences while retaining existing customers. Well, you just drove away the existing customers and you were already losing money. This includes the rollout of a new minimalist logo, and we talked about that. So yeah. But yeah, she did a lot without talking to the demographic that eats at Cracker Barrel the most. That's crazy. Well, thank you once again for proving that once you go woke, you go broke. Yes, Monique. They haven't learned from Bud Light yet. That's crazy. So anyway, that's what it is, folks. All right. And so tell me what you think. Jeremiah, U.S. Army retired. I wasn't able to join the military, but for yours, because my father's Vietnam War combat veteran. Okay, Jeremiah. Tina, that's what I say. And they're doing all of these things that she's done, and you're driving away your largest supportive demographic. Most people don't like change, do it subtly, and there might not have been. Anthony, that's what I said. She did too much at one time. And Anthony, okay, she should have done a poll. She could have asked questions to the people in the primary demographic. That's who she should have been questioning. Like, hey, what do you think about, a change in the environment? Would you welcome that? If you do welcome a change, what would you like me to change? She didn't do that. Anthony, I agree. I don't like change at all. You realize when she gets canned, it would be because of the misogynistic, racist customers who don't know what's good for them. U.S. Army, you know it. Caesar, smart people like her never check with the paying customers. Caesar, yes. Why didn't she do that? She could have avoided all of this. That's what I've been saying. Maya sisters, when I eat at Cracker Barrel, it's always 50 plus crowd. Yes, their demographic is older. The restaurants must appeal to younger consumers, but keep the old timers. Right, Maya? Maya, you're right. Bring back the old logo and have Jed clamping on it. Okay, Robert. Well, listen to the story about a man named Jed, poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed. Yeah, Beverly Hillbillies. Swimming pools, movie stars. Yes, I still watch that. Florida is not about change. Stores and restaurants have their own themes. Florida said it earlier. Yeah. Oh, Dorian, not the vegan milk. She kicked all the church people out. Okay, I'm stuck in the 80s and 90s myself. Me too, Caesar. Mayor, me too, love. I told you, I'm stuck in a time warp. I'm still looking at all the old shows. Right, Connie, right. You're exactly right. So that's primarily what I wanted to share with you. Abracadabra. All right, Steve Miller Band. I want to reach out and grab you. I just got back to class. I've been fighting the back. Jeffrey, we're glad you made it back, love. Thank goodness. Hit that like button, folks. We're almost to 50. People don't realize if they would hit that like button. How you doing, Gail? If they would hit that little button, all the places we could go. Hey, guys, hope I'm not too late. God bless you all. Keep you in his mighty hand. Thank you, Gail. We take all and receive all blessings. When the theme said movie stars, I thought they said moving star. Oh, my God, Jeremiah. I'll be watching the Beverly Hillbillies tonight at 9 o'clock on MeTV. Steve Miller Band, my first concert outside in Wisconsin. Mayor. Boom. I wish it was me. Jeffrey, okay. I hope you got everything worked out, love. So that's all I had. I wanted to give you my take. I wanted to ask you questions about your experiences with Cracker Barrel. I told you mine. I haven't been there, but three times at the most in my life. But when I went, I did not have an issue. So some people, I think Detroit HP said that he went to one in Georgia and he experienced racism. So I don't know. Hello, Gail. Yes, God bless you too, Gail. Hit that like button, love. Yeah, we're going to go. You know, I'll be live tomorrow, probably 6:30-ish. And we'll keep on doing it. Stop with the DIY craft room logo. Hi, girls. Yeah. I'm waiting to see when she's going to be canned. I can't wait. Gail always. Oh, Gail, love you too, Gail. Gail, you don't have to explain. People have things to do. Life does not ask. It just happens. Okay, we're glad you're here now. That's all that counts. Jeremiah, I've had some good times at Cracker Barrel, but I worked at one and got fired. Jeremiah, oh no. I'll watch you tomorrow on the rewind. I have to go out. Okay, Jeffrey. Yeah. I don't care if you can't make the live. If you watch the replay, hey, you're part of the replay gang. That still helps the channel, love. Thank you. There are thousands and thousands of other content creators here on YouTube. And you're here. So I'm still blessed. Gail Tripp, Cracker Barrel, come on, man. Gail Tripp, you just joined. Tell us what your thoughts are on this subject matter. Take care, Miss Rolynn and friend. Okay, Florida. Thank you for dropping in, love. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. She's going to go from running Cracker Barrel to working at one. Oh, Lord. Oh, God, Anthony. Boom. Woo. That's a big drop in salary. Oh, Jeffrey, yeah, you do. You do. I have to. Can I get one more hit to make it to 50? One more person hit that like button, and we are out of here. One more. If the like button is not where you can see it, if it's not visible, leave the live, come back, and then it will pop up. I promise. Gail, they did. Yeah, Gail, before you joined, it's not just. At first, people were saying, oh, it's just MAGA. They're upset. No, 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 no. Democrats are complaining too. They're upset too. So it's not just MAGA. It is not just MAGA. U.S. Army, yes. If she could, say, hey, I made a mistake and try to go back, she's going to just run them. I mean, what, $100 million already? They were all, before this happened, folks, those of you that are joining late, Before this happened, they were already losing money. This is not helping the situation. Thank you, Chris. Just that little X if you have an Android phone, and you will see. Thank you, Jeffrey, because I don't know how it looks on an Android phone. Thank you, love. Jeffrey said on an Android phone, it's the little X. You'll see to the left of the thumb. Okay. Oh, no, Jeremiah, I hope you're all right. Yes, I do too, Connie. Yeah, and I know it's Friday night, so I'm going to let everyone go so you can enjoy the rest of your night. Jeffrey said it's called File for Bankruptcy. She's leading them. That's where she's leading them. Oh, my God. We love you too, Connie. We do. 2006. Oh, okay, Jeremiah. Okay. Oh, my God. They are cutting their own throats. How sad. Really, like their ambience. It was real. Right. Gail, tell me your experience before we go. What was your experience with Cracker Barrel? I had everyone in here to tell me their experience, those who had an experience. I had a very limited experience, maybe 3 at the most. And I never had an issue. That's right, Connie. As long as I have breath in my body, we have to get ready for these midterms. And I was talking to a Righteous Perspective. Remember, he's been dropping in. He's a big-time content creator. He feels exactly the way we do in reference to these Democrats and their deception and their lies. And I've been emailing him. So if you haven't, please go ahead and sub up to his channel. Excellent content creator. And hopefully we're trying to work out a time when I can go on his show. And I'm going to invite him to come here. I told him we are both, trying to reach the same goal. Mayor said Cracker Barrel was a good stop for travelers. Speaking of travelers, how many of you remember when I was a kid? Everyone remember Big Boy, Shoney's? Oh my God. Like I said earlier in the stream, I went Jeffrey, to me, Cracker Barrel was, they don't have them like on every corner. They're few and far in between. So that's one of the reasons and I don't eat out a lot. So they could have given me that job. It would have been a nice retirement gig and I wouldn't have lost them a dime. My girl, Shoney's, Big Boy. You remember that? Hey. Jeffrey remembers. Okay. Agent Orange, how you doing, love? Hit that like button. I'm a cracker. Ain't never been to a Cracker Barrel. Support the mom and pop restaurant in your area. Boom. Yes, Agent Orange. Support small businesses, right? Florida said we never had an issue. The waitresses were... Yeah, Florida, I haven't either. I haven't been to it a lot, but the 3 times, I'll say 3. The 3 times I have been to a Cracker Barrel, I had no problems. Jeremiah, me and my father traveled a bunch in Cracker Barrel. There was a Cracker Barrel in each city. Okay, yeah. Connie, yeah, I'm going to be focusing on that. And like I said, I'm trying to work with a Righteous Perspective. And I told him, he has a large audience. Oh my God. And he's saying the same thing that we're saying. He knows about those evil Democrats, okay? He knows. And he calls them out on their nonsense, just like we do. Gail was in Oklahoma, best food, the sweetest and people had to eat there when I was in Oklahoma. Best experience and homie loved it. Gail, that's what I've said. You too, Connie. Love you too. See you tomorrow. I'll be live at 6 p.m. Gail, I like rustic country western environments. That's what I like. And that's what they have, right? But like now, if I had to call my favorite restaurant, I guess it would be Texas Roadhouse. And then in Greensboro, North Carolina, Daryl's, which is like a not country western, but sort of a rustic, log cabin type place. I like stuff like that. I believe more young people are starting to wake up to the BS that has been going on and make smarter voting choices. Yes, my girls, and I need all of you to help me continue to get the word out. Florida, Jeremiah, I was in a small city and a coffee shop. They had a sign that said, think globally, eat locally. Boom. Mary, yeah, that's Texas Roadhouse. Woo! Yeah, they're pretty good. And that's a country western, rustic type place. That's what I love, But then I love all the westerns, Gunsmoke and the Rifleman and Wagon Train. I like that type of, Caesar, a righteous perspective is a solid brother. I enjoy his chat. Yes, I've been emailing him. So we're trying to set up a time when I can go on his panel. He has a panel. I forgot. I think he said every Friday morning or something. So I'm trying to set up a date. We're trying to set up a date and time when I can go and speak on his panel. And I've asked him to come here on my show. All right. Oh, Jeffrey, I know you were here long. You were here when I was at work. I clicked on here and I saw you had, hours ago you had joined. You had hit the like button. My girls, they don't have anywhere I live either. And I've never been to an O'Charlie's. But that's all I have. But make sure you're with me tomorrow, folks. We're going to do it again. Outback Steakhouse just went out of business. Wow. You know who else is struggling? Red Lobster is struggling. And I think more people are counting their coins and they're staying home, which is what you should do. You know what you're getting at home. And so that's all I have for you. And all I can say is this CEO, go back, Jack, do it again. Oh, yeah, get back, Jack, do it again. Yeah, I love them. You go back, Jack. Was Steely Dan. I love Steely Dan. Hey 19. Please like, share, subscribe. Yeah, thank you so much, folks. All I can say about this CEO, she better be looking for a job. Steely Dan, Agent Orange. I love Steely Dan. I play the 8-minute version of Hey 19 and Peg and Deacon Blues in my classroom. Boom. Home cooking. Gail, right. Stay home, cook your own food. You know what's in it. Perfect. So, O2, Miss Julie Fels Messino. I'm just waiting for the axe to drop because there is no way they're going to keep her around and they've lost all of this money. Caesar, yeah, they're almost to the point of bankrupt. They're trying to rebrand a little bit. Yeah. They jacked those prices up and people are like, nope, I'll stay home. And I don't blame them. In honor of Miss Messino, I'll sing a little song. You tell me the year and the group. Tijuana Border Jumper's not here, so someone else may actually have a chance. Oh my goodness. Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel? Agent Orange, do you think about how much burger you can buy for the price of a fast? Right, Agent, it's too much money. If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. How can I, when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. So they're going to be telling Miss Messino that she can go her own way. Boom. That's all I have for you folks. You know I appreciate you. There's so many other places you could have been. You decided to spend your very valuable time here with me. Yeah, Jeremiah, that's Fleetwood Mac, baby. I have Fleetwood Mac, the greatest hit CD, in the truck. Woo! Yes, Gail. Yeah. Jeremiah said, darn tootin'. My girls, Carly Simon, yes. I tell you what, anticipation. Anticipation, it's making me wait. So I'll tell you what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting to hear the information about Miss Messino, because she is definitely going to get the axe. You know, they'll say, oh, she resigned. They're going to axe her. They're not going to continue to lose all this money. You too, Guacamole Kid. Thanks for dropping in. Keep on rocking. That's right. And R&B, and I will. Yes, Anthony. Carly Simon's song, Anticipation. Now, I'm telling my age. In the 70s or 80s, there was a Heinz ketchup. They used that song, Anticipation. And everyone who's been here, I love Carly Simon. Greatest hits. Ow! I love Carly Simon. I do. Love you too, Caesar. Thank you. Gail, Miss Rolynn, you're about to blow up on this channel. Wait and see, love. You dear. God bless you. Thank you, Gail. I'm trying, Miss Gail. I'm trying to get the word out, and with a righteous perspective saying he's going to help me. I have reached out to so many other content creators. No one responds. A righteous perspective did respond, and I God bless him for that. Because again, people like a righteous perspective and the big time people, they do this all day long. They have more time. But to pay my mortgage, to Rocket Mortgage, my teaching job has to take most of my time. Jeremiah, I love Eddie Rabbit. Because I love a rainy night. Ooh. Oh my God. Yes, I love Eddie Rabbit. Yes, that commercial. It's on YouTube. Type it in. That Heinz commercial, with Anticipation. Yeah, check it out. Gail, you're awesome and keep spitting the truth. Thank you, Gail. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get the word out. I told in an email, I told a righteous perspective, hey, we're trying to reach the same goal. We're trying to wake up as many people as we can to the lies, to the deception, to the gaslighting of the left. Their policies have done nothing but destroyed this country. Darla, how you doing, love? Darla made it. And so as long as I have breath in my body, and I have people to come in my comment section and they call me grifters, they call me horrible names. I don't care. I would not, my time is too valuable. Miss Gail, my girls, Jeremiah, Caesar, Darla, Florida. My time is too valuable to come on here and make up that I despise the Democrats. I have more years behind me than I do ahead of me. I don't have time to waste time. Okay? But people come on and, oh, you're fake and you know, you're just doing this for money. Newsflash. My teaching job pays my mortgage. And Trump, no conservatives are paying me anything, but they come on here with all that garbage. Gail said, I'm in. Yes. Oh, okay, Jeremiah. Darla, you don't like their new decor. Okay. Oh, I don't hate you, Darla. Darla, I like the original. I like old, rustic, nostalgic scenes. I like country western things, Darla. So I guess Darla has seen the new. I haven't. But again, I wouldn't because, you know, I really don't go there like that. Yes, Mayor, I do. And I think I sing the songs because that's a time I want to go back to. We didn't have all of this, racial divisiveness. Darla said, I don't like their food either. Right, Caesar? And there's nothing we can do about that, but pray for people. That's it. I work at night. What's the idiots on the street? Be careful, Jeffrey. Be careful, love, okay? And so I'm done. All of you going to be here with me tomorrow at 6:00 p.m. Who's game for tomorrow? Type it 1 in the comment section if you're going to be here tomorrow. Not looking for it either. Cracker Barrel. Oh, yeah. I'm not. Jeffrey, again, I'm not a big person to eat out. My coworkers call me bad words. They're always going out to eat. And they're like, come on, you never go. I'm not a big person for. I prefer to eat at home because I know what I have. My girls, Rolynn, did you have a burger chef? No, ma'am. I don't remember a burger chef. Okay. Jeffrey, 18 years so far, so good, Miss Rose. Okay, just be careful, Jeffrey. Be observant, be cognizant of your surroundings, please. People are crazy. Thank you, Bo. Yeah, and I tell people, I know people are busy. And when I talk to some people, I've been busy. I couldn't watch the live. You don't have to come and stay the whole time. If you just drop in for 5 minutes, hi, how you doing? And then go do what you have to do. You don't have, people think they have to come and stay. No, people are busy. I understand that. Cozy country here and will not comply. Haven't been there for years, eating at home, and I will try. Okay, thank you, Gail. Yeah, Gail, if you can only drop in and say, hello, I'm on the road, I have something to do. Any of you who drop in and hit that like button, you're still helping the channel, and I appreciate you. Oh, okay, Jeffrey. So just be aware of your surroundings because there's so much evil in this country. All right. And I don't want anything to happen to you. Darla, I'm cooking when you're alive, but I'm in, and that's fine. Yeah, Darla, and it's a view. Excuse me. It helps the channel. That's what I tell people. You can click on your phone or computer, let it play. Go do what you need to do. It's still a view. You don't, because people are busy. You don't have to sit here. Thank you, Gail. See, that supports the channel. Gail gets it. She gets it right. So we're going to go now. Everyone be safe. I'll be live at 6:00 tomorrow p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, Jeffrey, be careful because they're idiots out here. You know that. Just be careful. Just be careful. And so I enjoyed all of you. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. It's 8:00, so you still have a little time to do something if you want. Jeremiah, it'll be a bit before I upload any more videos, but I got some. Oh, okay, Jeremiah. Just let me know when you upload new videos and I'll check them out. I'll support you. Anthony, Gail, I need the number to your supervisor. They need to let you off work. Thank you, Anthony. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. Oh my God. Yes, my girls, I'm telling all of you, please be careful. Oh, Jeremiah, you're moving. Okay. Be careful. Be cognizant of your surroundings. Be observant. Trust no one. That's all I can say. It's just scary, these days that we're living in. Just be careful. I want everyone to come back the way they left. Love you too, Gail. We're leaving. You know where I'm going next. I'm going to talk to you in the comment section until the live has ended. Please, 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 folks, if you will, leave comments under the video once the live stream has ended. YouTube really shares this video out when you do that. Thank you, Florida, for reminding me to do that. There's so many videos. If I had been remembering to say that, YouTube probably would have pushed them out more, but I wasn't thinking. Thank you so much. Florida was the one who brought that to my attention. So every time you leave comments, that is helping the channel. So be careful. All of you have a good night. My father's trying to find a place that would be in my financial range. Okay, Jeremiah. Let me know how that works out, love. Okay. Jeffrey, you cannot trust anyone at this point. It's sad, but it's true. So I'm coming to talk to you now. All of you, be careful, be safe. I love you. And I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section.